Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll run it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Man, shout
we have
out,
to give
bro.
credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. 56 to Mike. Boy. So we got man. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Second down and inches. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Nice.
Operating from the gun, Chase. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Crazy, man.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Chase. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think it helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. Now it's Haskins. He's going to air one
Chill out, folks.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Haskins to throw. Be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He knows now.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion
and force
another punt.
Interview or something?
Yeah, I was just reading that shit, dog. You don't see LeBron, Jay.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Chase. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
What Kevin Hart said, no, stop, that's gay.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Tonka trucks and shit. She young now, so, you know, it's understandable, but.
Man, all you
After
do
the
is play
incomplete
Madden.
pass here now is 2nd and 10.
All you do is play Madden.
What they got to do with it, bro?
She won't play football like her daddy.
Damn, bro.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Haskins. This complete to Jones. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A third down gain of 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off timid. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
That man trying to have me.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I don't be getting the fuck. I'll be re-rolling, bro. If a nigga at corner, I put him at safety. Fuck it. Move his ass back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Leo!
Back to throw. Chase. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Chase. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
We got 1,200. I got 1,100. Okay.
I hate Unleashed, bro. I swear to God, I hate that.
And likely time for one.
I know it's 1 second. I know it's 1 second. But me. Nah, you good. I hate this man, though, bro. I hate this man. Man, acting like he ain't got Judy talking about 1 second.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. So
nigga did all bursts. I can see if he just ran the ball to run the clock out. Nigga did straight bursts.
Where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter.
You know I'm watching him. You know I'm watching him. You know how I play.
About 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, making the 24-yard line.
Straight bracket move.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively. Into
heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On play action, Haskins. That's caught by Howard. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
He's crashing.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And Jones
you always stop that shit. I hate that
stop
shit.
him short. No gain on the play. And
how you play the linebacker.
4th and goal. Gay's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Come on, set. Bravo. 18 Gator.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
We grip.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
If he ain't do that, animation,
the Packers have the first.
He would have dropped it if they didn't do that animation.
3. 3rd play of the drive. 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Throwing on 1st down. Chase. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with
That
a
was all
longer
me,
throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
How you
taken down just shy of midfield.
That was bad, bro. That was bad.
An opportunity to get a drive started
Yes,
here at the end of the
sir.
3rd quarter.
Yes,
What you're
sir.
trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The attempt on the dive,
What?
and he has it. What a catch.
What?
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence when you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
Push him back. Push him back.
Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off
inside the 5.
I hate when they make the receiver do that, bro.
At the 8-yard line.
Go do what the DB did, bro.
They're in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6.
What?
That'll be incomplete.
They ain't let me jump or nothing.
Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't
They ain't
hang
let
on
me jump
for
or
a
nothing.
down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Chase.
Thank you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
I'm on that, bro. I was on
T.J.
that.
Green with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's start again.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Chase. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Chase. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on second down. Chase. And an alley to run. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. On 3rd and 2. Chase. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Chase. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Chase. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
What's the score,
And
Barry?
he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Where's the ball? No, sir.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He'll have a first down past the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough.
Why you won't
to
put the
this
plug,
one in
bro?
the win column.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive
getting
underway.
this all on me,
They have a
bro.
little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, Delta. Hey. Check Mike.
If you throw it over there, I'm telling you I'm going to pick it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So Houston going to come away here with the victory.